And people have all these ways of splitting the difference to kind of say we can agree to disagree. But when people agree to disagree, they're not staying connected. It's not difficult to be right, but then you will be right and alone. The challenge of being right is to not disconnect, to not sever the connection with the person with whom you're having the conversation with, so that you can hold multiple realities, multiple truths, multiple perspectives at the same time. And when you are close to someone, be it your friend, your family member, your partner, and you see this is blue, and they tell you this is not blue, this is green. How can you even think that this would be blue? And you experience this as there is no room here. It must be one or the other. This is what happened, rather than this is how I remember what happened, or this is my experience of what happened. A lot of talk in relationships is pseudo-factual talk. It's our subjective experience, but we present it like we know, this is it. And therefore, if you have a different experience, it becomes an either or. One of us must be right and one of us must be wrong. And people have all these ways of splitting the difference to kind of say we can agree to disagree. But when people agree to disagree, they're not staying connected. The ability to connect is really this. The research says that if we are describing a contentious situation, you and me, and you tell me what you experience about it, and I don't agree with it, I can listen for about 10 seconds. And after that, I start to prepare my rebuttal. So when I ask people to repeat what they have just heard, that the other person just said to them, if they have to repeat something that they can't agree with, they can't repeat it. It's much more difficult, and 10 seconds is 3 sentences. And after that, they're lost. So this is how hard it is to enter the truth, the reality of another when it jars with our own. What is my experience actually when I am attacked? Here is this person that I usually, or that I used to feel, sees me, gets me, understands me. And now you're saying things that make me feel like you don't get me at all. And I feel completely lonely next to you. And I feel completely disconnected from you. And I'm thinking, I can't take another moment of this. This is the phenomenology of what happens when the truths are butting heads. You can do brain talk about that, but it doesn't really give you the actual experience of people. I want to shake you. I want to drill my truth into you is one response. I'll repeat it one more time, exactly the same as the time before. Why would this time succeed? Beats me. But I'll say it once more just to see if I can get if I can get inside of you, means if I can pour my heart, my feelings, my sadness, my disappointments inside of you so that you can get it and then let me know of that. It's really extremely rich, actually, what happens in those moments, and it depends if we think that it is disconnect, because there's conflict, or it's simply that we have a very different view of the story. So when I meet you, it's easier when we just meet in the beginning and I say, Drew, what did you think of this play? What did you think of this movie? And you tell me, and I say, oh, I didn't see that at all. I saw something very different. But don't you think that this character was really terrible? And you say, no, I actually think that character was really terrible. And we are interested in each other because there's a certain distance between us still that allows me to listen to you and you to me without thinking, if he says so, what does that mean for me?